Okay, this is Alaska 2005 on my passport. And there's the crew. Both of our crew members. Yeah, all two of them. That's David Seiler and Paul Carr. And we're getting a little drizzle. Got a beautiful boat, 42 footer. First time taking out a 42 footer. Should be interesting. Randy says we'll get spoiled on it. We got crab pots and shrimp pots. Beer coolers, of course. #1 priority. And we are just waiting for our propane to arrive so that we can get underway. It has been a lot of waiting. So, coming into the galley. So we got very luxurious accommodations here. There's a nice room here. We got a pretty much full fridge. This also has a freezer on it. Propane grill. All the modern luxuries. So, in the first stateroom down here, this is where Paul and David are bunking. That's our freezer. A good sized freezer. We'll be able to freeze our catch on the water this time instead of having to wait till we get back to Juneau. I don't know if you can see, and here's the one stateroom. Upper and lower bunks. We've got hanging closets and more storage than we're normally used to. There's also a shower and a potty for this room. Okay, going back up the stairs. We are headed towards the captain's quarters, or the driving station. We've got a nice bench here. Captain's chair, which is kind of unusual and a little flaky. Apparently the last folks using it tore it up. But we have a GPS, laptop GPS. And they're bringing us out, flying us out a sonar tomorrow while we're underway. All the good electronics. And we go down to the bow of the boat, which is the large private quarters. And nice big double bed. We got a hanging closet to the right and hanging closets and drawers to the left. Also have individual shower and potty, separate potty back here. Very nice. I think we will be very spoiled this week. Hopefully we can have a good time and catch lots of fish. So next time we also have the big boom with the nice raft on the top. Boom. Raring to go. Just waiting. Okay. Well, we did have some luck. We pulled 2 crab pots. On the second one, we got a nice big king crab. So we're gonna be eating good for a couple days. See if I can get you a picture of it. There it is. This is half of them because I've already cleaned them. And that will feed us nicely for a while. Follows that down up there. Okay, this is the first official day of our trip. We got to Taku Harbor, an old stomping ground here. We got lots of dungy pots out there. We dropped one right behind the boat last night ourselves, and this is what we came up with. Yeah, 4 pretty small dungeons and an octopus. And that octopus is pretty wrapped around that bait box, so it's gonna be fun to try and get him out there. Looks like they've done a lot of work out here at Taku Harbor. Nice looking dock now. Sleep good? Alright, we just about 7:30 in the morning, an hour before the low tide. Just coming into Tracy. We got lots of ice down here. Nice big old bird there. Got a beautiful day. The first day of the official day of the trip. Got some sunshine up ahead. There's Harbor Island, old stomping ground. Good to be back. We'll go up into Tracy probably this afternoon or tomorrow. Hopefully the fishing will be as good as the weather's been. Alright, this was our first catch of the day. And second catch we won't discuss. We had to go after the 150 feet of chain anchor and use good old ingenuity to get it. But got lucky. Could have had a million things go wrong. But he's about a 50 pounder. Here's the other side of him.
Yeah, there's the other side of it.
Try this again. I just talked for about 10 minutes and found out the record wasn't on, so we're in Tracy Arm and it's a beautiful day, so I can't imagine a prettier place on earth at this point in time. We've got fish on board. We got about a 70-pound halibut. We got a king crab. We're going to cook up some of both for lunch. We're headed into the arm, deep into the arm where the glacier will be. Just sit in front of the glacier and have our wonderful meal. We had quite an ordeal with our anchor. Ended up having to pull it by the crane on top of the boat. All of us are worn out. Had a little close call there, but came out fine. We saved the anchor. The winch doesn't work, which doesn't bode well for the rest of the trip. We're either going to be looking for dry dock somewhere or a docking location, or we've got a rope anchor, and pulling that anchor up by rope is not going to be fun. So we got fish on board. We're going to have a good lunch of halibut and king crab sitting in front of the glacier. It's going to be fun. More to come later. It's our first day. We've only fished a couple hours, but we had about a 70-pound halibut. Got him filleted and on ice. We are set for the week for food. We're still looking for shrimp and some Dungeon M crab, which we'll get hopefully tomorrow. Alright, we've gone about as far into Tracy Arm as we're going to make it. You can see how packed it is with ice. There is a cruise ship way in there. Of course, he's knocking them out of his way. And that is Sawyer Glacier up there. But we're not going to get to see it up close and personal. Not with this much ice in here. Just too dangerous. Too hard on the boats. But you see some nice big bergs. There's a big boy. Plenty of ice. We got apparently a camper on a rocky ledge. That'd be a tough spot to put a campsite. And we got stuff like this. I don't know if you can see under the water, but there are some big pieces of ice. Only 10% of a iceberg is above the water, 90% below. So these guys can cause us some problems. See, we got other negotiators in there, but very steep cliffs around here. We're also enjoying our first real meal of the trip.
Sorry, I ate all the crab already. Probably can't see that.
Got fresh halibut, fresh caught today. King crab down there. I'll get a picture of that. Crab. We only got one crab and we've lost our winch, so I'm not sure we'll be able to get fresh out of the water, but we'll get you some crab sooner or later. Here was the rest of the meal. Fish and chips. Good stuff. Okay. Alright, we got an interesting shot here. It looks like an airplane with an eagle as a pilot. Now, David saw this as a whale. I don't know how you explain the eagle unless you say a blowhole. But that is a cool shot in the sun with Mr. Eagle sitting right there in the pilot seat. I wish I had a digital still camera. That is awesome. That looks so much like an airplane to me. Everybody has their own interpretation of these guys. We're still in Tracy. First day. Been a successful one. We had about a 70-pound halibut and a king crab. So if this guy hanging around for us to get a little closer look. Captain Paul's bringing us right in there. I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna get his own shot.
I don't have the zoom that you do.
Alright, here we go to the other side of the boat. Got a beautiful day. It's been beautiful all day. This is just the most amazing shot to us. I mean, hope it comes across in the movie the same way. But it looks like you got wings and a tail and a pilot. That is cool. Okay, we got day number 2. Paul hooked the first fish of the day.
Thanks,
today. Got some shots going over there. Sounds like everybody's catching them right now. It's time to be in here. And now David's playing this guy. He's been playing, he's been going about 10 minutes between the two of them. He's taking a lot of line. There he goes. He's gonna be a while. So we got one 70-pounder yesterday. A couple of bites today. This is the first good hookup. And hopefully we'll have the footage when he gets up to the boat. Well, we were successful getting this big guy in. Yep. And he is a big boy. We'll have to get a measurement on him. I wouldn't even make an estimate right now what size, but he's hefty. Okay, this was the packing operation. We pretty much filled up our freezer, on board freezer, and now Paul's doing the cleanup. I think David's out there cutting up more fish or cleaning up the back end. And we're going by, just went past Pipes Bay, headed for Warm Springs. There was a whale breaching up here a few minutes ago, just really coming out of the water. Sorry I didn't get that on film, but there'll be lots more. We have seen whale all day long. One right after the other. They follow the boat. They've been all over. We've been working pretty hard getting that fish processed, though. You can see we had a few rollers for the last hour or so. We were contemplating going into Pipes Bay to anchor, but everybody's kind of anxious, I think, to get to the Warm Springs. We've all got aches and pains from all the work we're doing with this fish. That's a lot of fish. We've got a full freezer, and everybody's pretty happy. So we spent a few hours in Windham Bay. Went back to the dock back there. The guy refused us anchorage there, so we came back and just started headed towards Gambier Bay. Went by Ibis Bay. Now we're headed for the other side, Baranof Lake, where the Warm Springs are located. So should be there, be 2 or 3 more hours of riding, but should be worth it. We hope it's worth it. Besides, we got a boat full of fish and lots of food, and might as well see some of Alaska. We're heading into our destination for the second night, full second night, and it's going to be on Baranof Island, Warm Springs, and Baranof Lake. We're hoping there's going to be a dock in there and free space on it. Maybe grab a hot bath either tonight or in the morning, something like that. We've had beautiful weather to get over here, and a lot of trash in the water getting up to this point, but almost there. We are here at the Warm Springs, Baranof Island. We're tied up right there next to the Saravan. They graciously allowed us to tie next to them. A nice little ship there of their own. The owner said he had a 42-foot like we were operating tonight as his first boat. That's a nice one. These are the falls at the Baranof Warm Springs. They're headed up the ramp, and apparently there's bathhouses at the top. We shall see. And here's one of the available bathhouses. Free public bathhouse. I don't know if you can read that sign, it's getting kind of dark. This looks like a fun place. We may hang out for a while tomorrow. Got to get up by 7 to let the guys tied inside of us out. There he pops his head up. Hey, buddy. Okay, this is the fish hatchery at Hidden Falls Lake. We just got through taking a tour of the facility. Very nice, huge facility up there. Here's a final releasing point for some of the salmon eggs that they harvest up there. Very nice gentleman gave us a tour. We hiked up to the lake. Had a cool dog up there to see us around. How you doing? And we got some company coming in. I got some good information on where to catch some halibut, some shrimp, and some silvers. Anchored up, killing a couple hours until our shrimp pot is hopefully full of shrimp when we pull it up. Everybody's kind of kicked back, relaxing. Here's Mr. Paul with his stogie, just chilling. He's got shorts on and a long sleeve. It's been beautiful all day. This is a quiet little cove in Taxanuk or something like that. Not far from Baranof Lake, where we will be heading tonight. Huh? To Cats Cove. That was marked on the GPS. Thought we'd check it out while we're waiting for our shrimp to fill up. Beautiful little spot. But I was just standing in there fixing a nail because my fingernail's broken, and thought I heard water running constantly, and what I was actually hearing are all these fish jumping. That is fish jumping all in here. This place is full, I would assume these are chum or pinks, but they are just jumping, jumping, jumping. We caught a bunch of pinks and one silver, one itty bitty silver, which I just filleted for Paul, and hopefully we'll cook it up for dinner. We'll see. Without a grill. I don't know how we're going to cook it, but you can see we're just barely offshore here. Gonna try and catch a halibut or two while we're waiting on that shrimp pot. Yeah, don't know where we'll put that halibut. We got a full freezer, and this guy's coming in the boat. Oh my God, he wanted in our boat. He's still cool. I got it all on video too. That was pretty cool. Now we've seen a lot of that today.
Not at their swim deck.
Well, there's another one. There's his buddy coming right for our boat. But you talk about a bunch of fish. These guys are all maniacs, it looks like.
I'm about to throw out a little salmon rod.
Yeah, we can do that. Haul a couple of these guys
tired, though.
Just for fun. Yeah. Paul says he's too tired to throw out a salmon rod, see if we can catch them. So. Anyway, I will hopefully have some footage of shrimp in a couple hours. And then we're going to head back into Baranof Lake where the warm springs are. Maybe take a hot bath. And then tomorrow I'll probably go to Kake. But till then, we'll sign off.
We left.
Hey, we're sitting back at Baranof Lake where the hot springs are. Just got here, anchored up. Paul was overwhelmed by the size of the yacht at the dock over there. I mean, just couldn't believe it. And then this guy comes in with this huge yatchet. And I guess this is a contest of whose yacht's bigger. So, I don't know.
No more room at the dock.
I don't know if you can see through the glass, but there is a exercise room on the back of this thing.
They're just coming up to see the falls.
Yeah, I guess they're coming in to see the falls. That's a boat.
I think David's right though. I think we saw that one in June.
Alright, here we are. Dennis and I finally found the hidden hot springs. We walked half an hour the other direction, doubled back, and we finally found it. And here we are. Dennis has got his smoke and his beam, and I'm about to join him. Good times.
This smoke's not from the cigar, it's from the hot spring.
Alright, we're signing off.
This is Paul, afraid to get into the hot tub.
Afraid it's hotter than hell. Dude, that's hot.
It is hot. That's why they call it a hot spring. You should have seen his face before I got the camera on. Oh, now he's got his foot stuck down there.
Oh my God! My nuts are on fire.
That's hot. And we're right on this falls, this beautiful falls called Baranof Lake Falls. And these are, I'm guessing the temp's at least 130 in here. Cheers, bud. We got JB and cigars. And we're exhausted. We had a long day. Caught a bunch of salmon, pink salmons unfortunately, one silver. Had a good time. David's down at the bathhouse. He couldn't make the trek up here. Took us, they said 5 to 7 minutes. It took us at least 30 minutes. But it's been worth the trip if we had the legs to get back down the hill. That's impressive falls. He's going to take a bath now. Hot springs. And we're having to negotiate this. I mean, it's a very nice trail, but it's very long. Not very long. like 10-minute
Seems
walk,
like it's
but yeah, with rubber legs, this gets very tricky. So Paul's still working on his cigar.
Kept it dry. Of course, I barely had it lit.
He's still wet head there.
Might be from sweating.
Those springs were so hot. Very refreshing.
I still think the lower spring was cooler than the upper spring.
There was a big log across. Oh, there's a big steep slope on the trail to the boat. I don't know if you can see through there, but that's where the boat's at out there. And we're working our way back to it. Slowly, very slowly. Okay, this is downtown Kake. It's Monday. We managed to get docked on this dock, which is only in 8 feet of water. Hope that's not a float plane that was planning to come in here. But we're gonna go up, take a little tour of the town. A little light rain falling, about the first rain we've seen since we've been here.
Fish kebabs, grilled salmon.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. You want it?
Yeah, let me put them on.
Here we are Monday night, and we're grilling some kebabs and some silver salmon. It was a big old fish I caught.
An itty bitty fish.
And here's our little strippies that we plucked out of the sea earlier this morning. We let it soak all night long, and unfortunately, we only ended up with 4.
We only caught 4.
Zoom in on them.
Zoom in on.
There we go.
Man, they look huge now. They're big ones.
Oh, in zoom mode, they are huge.
Oh, I just threw them over.
No.
We're gonna boil them up.
Here.
Fish kebabs.
Show you the rest of our meal here. We've got a nice salad made. I believe there's some corn under there. What else we got underneath there, Dennis?
Yeah. Ask Steven about that one.
All right. We've got
Biscuits.
all the biscuits. Oh yeah. Very good.
Corn. Still wrapped.
Good deal. We're going to eat good tonight.
Okay, it's our last full day here. Came down to Tracy Arm, got some dungeons out here. This is our old stomping ground. We got a bear right up here doing some fishing. And on the zoom on this thing it gets real shaky, but he's looks like a big old boy. No fish today so far. Getting ready to fish the low tide where we picked up the other 2. Getting some fishing in. Sorry I can't hold this any steadier on this zoom. Yeah, maybe he'll come this way a little more. Or a fisherman. Guess it was lunchtime. Must be a male. No sows. No cubs, so no sow bear. Well, back in the cove at Tracy, the fish in the low tide produced nothing. Got a couple of eagles that have been sitting there for hours, and now one of them decides to take off. But this old guy here has been there before we left, and was still there when we came back. Alright, we're back in Juneau. Getting ready to head to the fuel dock, and this is the Sapphire Princess. Almost ran over us coming in, and you can see their cruise ships all in Juneau today. They're big. A lot on the back of that thing that to deal with. Dwarfed by this guy. See the Coast Guard guys out there with their automatic weapons loaded on the front of their little skiffs, ready for combat.
Norwegian Sun, Coast Guard response boat 492, response boat 492, channel 16.
We got float planes over here, ready to pick up passengers. Busy day in downtown Juneau. Have to keep my eyes open for any float planes coming in here.
Norwegian Sun back to Coast Guard.